Now on CoastTV News.
Tweaking the rules, Ocean City wants to make a few changes to the regulations that govern marijuana dispensaries.
Bluster and debate offshore wind continues to be a hot topic. Ocean City now threatening to sue over a project off the coast after the town's continued disapproval of the project.
Filling the food bank in Delaware, they're opening donations to farmers and backyard gardeners to help those in need.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Tweaking the rules that govern marijuana dispensaries in Ocean City. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with some policy changes for those shops that are being considered.
The state of Maryland has recently made regulation changes to marijuana dispensaries, and Ocean City is now looking to follow suit. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us what those changes might look like.
Pot enthusiasts are lighting up and letting it rip. And they're doing it legally now in Maryland. And one local is all in favor.
Let them smoke, you know what I mean? It's already legal. You know what I mean? As long as you keep it away from the kids or whatever, it's cool, you feel me?
And that's exactly what Ocean City plans to do. The Ocean City Council had their first reading this week that would change certain cannabis laws to align themselves with the state. They want to adjust the hours of operations for retail stores. Originally, cannabis shops in Ocean City could only operate from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but now they're looking to expand and allow shops to run from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. These changes will also add rules that govern location. No shop could be within 500 feet of a school, place of worship, or public park. Gilbert Johnson sees that as important.
It should have a certain type of criteria as to where the marijuana base or whatever they want to do should be located at. Anything, of course, that is high school or elementary on down, it shouldn't even be nowhere near in that area.
Although these rules are not yet set in stone, one business owner in the area isn't that worried about it either way.
For us, we don't really require an extension in hours. Our business determines what our hours are going to be depending on what our customers' demands are. And we've been open from 10 to 7 now, really for 6 years. And, after 7 o'clock, we don't have a lot of demand rate yet.
The Ocean City Council approved the first reading for the cannabis changes, and it will now be going to its second and final reading before it is law. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
The second reading of the ordinance will take place at the Town Council's next meeting, August 19th. Unless otherwise petitioned, the law will go into effect at the end of that meeting.
New tonight, the ongoing debate over offshore wind could end up in court as Ocean City is threatening to sue over a proposed wind farm. Ocean City officials say that the town plans to file a lawsuit if the Bureau of Ocean and Energy Management approves U.S. Wind's proposal. This, according to Mayor Rick Meehan, who emphasized the town's continued disapproval of the project in a council meeting this week. Meehan announced that the town has hired a law firm and that co-plaintiffs have signed on to the potential lawsuit.
A fire devastates a Georgetown guitar workshop. And get this, it's a charity.
Tough here. The building is used for the Frets for Vets program. The nonprofit provides guitar lessons for veterans and builds guitars for them to use.
Live in Georgetown is Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Thankfully, no one hurt, but hardly anything in the building itself is hurt.
Most everything inside the building is either melted or covered in ash, and you can see a lot of debris coming out this side door. If you take a look inside the building, that CNC machine is used to cut guitar bodies. Frets for Vets founder Tom Baker says the fire marshal told him that machine started the fire, but the insurance company is still investigating. It's a similar site inside the building. If you take a look at all of this video we have, everything is charred except for a box that Baker recently painted. He says firefighters made a hole in the ceiling to help put the fire out. He says between the building and everything inside, we're looking at close to $200,000 in damage, but he says insurance is set to cover about $60,000. A GoFundMe is online raising money to cover the costs and to repair the building. And Frets for Vets founder Tom Baker says a lot of people are reaching out to help put back what was lost.
I lost 4 guitars that were in process for students that were going to be starting up in the next semester. I lost somewhere north of $90,000 worth of equipment to make those guitars.
Baker says he wants people in the Frets for Vets program to know that they'll be supported during repairs. He says it will likely take until October to gut the building, replace the roof, and get the workshop back up and running in time to resume guitar lessons in the winter. I'm Mallory Metzner, live in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
Just a real shame there. Thank you, Mallory. New today, police arrested one man after a police chase in Ocean View this weekend. According to Ocean View police, officers noticed a driver speeding down Atlantic Avenue on Saturday, but when they tried to pull him over, they say he sped up, leading to a 2-minute chase that ended on a dead-end street near Cedar Neck Road. Police arrested 4 people. They say they found marijuana and a gun. The 17-year-old driver faces multiple charges.
Breaking news tonight, the first white marlin has hit the scales at the White Marlin Open. It's a big deal since there was not a single qualifying white marlin last year. Take a look at the fish right here. It's worth $4 million. 210 boats went out today, $8.5 million of prize money on the line. That white marlin you just saw, Waste Not is the boat out of Raleigh, North Carolina. That white marlin was 77.5 pounds. And the only other fish we have right now are 3 tuna boats, the same category as we saw yesterday, Control-Alt-Delete out of Ocean City with Bart Marchant, 178.5 pound tuna. The Right Place with Robert Hugan weighed in 166.5 pounds. And Bob Wilson on MJ's rounds it out, 164.5 pound tuna there. Now we are checking these scales pretty much by the minute, so be sure you check in with us tonight on Coast TV News at 11.
And you know what? All those anglers are checking the weather because there's more fishing to do this week. Let's take a live look into Ocean City right now and check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
Well, one thing's for sure, as we're continuing to enjoy the White Marlin Open, looks like we're going to have some messy weather for the next couple of days. So hopefully folks got things in for them yesterday and today, and may have to hold off until Saturday to have totally clear weather. Now, as far as our White Marlin Open weather is concerned, we are expecting for the scattered showers and thunderstorms to start in the morning time, continuing in afternoon, and going into the evening hours. This is when we have a frontal boundary that's approaching us from the front, and the remnants of Debbie coming in from the south. So we're about to get sandwiched between two not so great pieces of weather. 91 for the high today in Georgetown. We got up to only 82 in Ocean City and 88 in Salisbury. Here's where we stand right now. We're at 86 in Milford, 83 in Milton, as well as Georgetown, 83 in Delmar, and it feels like the low 90s in the places that's being affected. Now, coming up, Maddie, we're going to be talking about just how much rain may delay that Marlin Open a little bit more.
Thank you. Round and round they go. In an effort to keep traffic flowing, DelDOT is holding a workshop for a proposed roundabout at Route 54 and Hudson Road. DelDOT says there's a lot of crashes here, and the workshop will have updates on the design and construction schedule. People who drive through this intersection tell us they don't really understand this necessary point.
So it seems to me it's working. And why they want to tear up everything else to put a roundabout in? 13 years ago, I was in the middle of a cornfield. Now I feel like I'm getting ready to be the center of town, but a roundabout. So it's just, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's a waste of money.
The deadline for public comment is September 6th.
Sticking with traffic news, Millsboro Bypass is causing conversation once again. Tomorrow, the Millsboro Town Center, a DelDOT engineer is going to share updates about the project, and they're going to answer questions. DelDOT says the main goal of the bypass project is to alleviate traffic congestion in downtown Millsboro. The agency expects that bypass to be done in 2025.
If you like to ride the DART bus in Sussex County, new proposals by the Delaware Transit Corporation. The corporation is proposing Route 215, that's from Rehoboth to Millsboro, stop after 9:30. Simply, people aren't riding it. They also are proposing the route to Georgetown Professional Park, that's on 212, would stop due to a small amount of riders. If approved, these changes could go into effect in November. There's a community workshop in the Georgetown Public Library on August 7th to share your thoughts on this.
Delaware is trying to entice sports tourism. That's where people travel to specifically see a game, a tournament, or something special in athletics. A new grant targets amateur college and professional sports. The state says the grant is open to both new events or existing ones that might want to expand.
Have you ever heard of a safe exchange zone? Well, there's one at the Milford Police Department. Take a look here. You'll see 2 parking spots now labeled as exchange zones. Now, Milford Police say that's for something like a child custody exchange, or if you buy something on the internet, you can meet the person there to get it. The area is under video surveillance 24/7, according to police. We are just getting started this evening.
How about this? A whale comes ashore at the Indian River Inlet. What researchers are doing today.
And we're tracking a stretch of wet weather that's kicking off for us, particularly for Wednesday. Scattered showers to the north, closer to a frontal boundary, and coming out of the south, Debbie.
First, expanded donation guidelines will tell you what the Food Bank of Delaware is doing right now when we're back in just 60 seconds.
For professionalism, craftsmanship, and quality products at the best price, choose Window World.
If you need a new roof or windows or siding, just give them a call. I was very pleased and would recommend them to everyone.
Call Window World today.
So here's my back to school haul. Backpack from Cali, kicks from Luz, accessories by me, and new fast internet from Extreme. Our basic internet was not going to cut it. See you in class.
Go back to school with best in fast internet and Wi-Fi from Extreme. Save on speed from 250 meg up to 1 gig, including whole home Wi-Fi with advanced online security and parental controls. Packages start at $19.99 a month for a year. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
Customer satisfaction is our top priority.
Window World does an excellent job. I recommend them to all of my clients.
Window World was different because they actually responded to my phone calls and listened to what I was asking for.
Call Window World today.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
The peaches you see here at the Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market, well, some of them are heading to the food bank.
The next time you see a farmer on the coast, you should thank them. That's because the Food Bank of Delaware will receive fresh produce from farmers and even backyard gardens.
Coast TV reporter Zakiya Jennings shows us what it's like to shop the Food Bank of Delaware Food Pantry.
Packing up produce while listening to music. That's how the volunteers at the Food Bank of Delaware in Milford work. Vice President of Communications Kim Turner says that receiving fresh produce is important for a number of reasons.
People are so grateful for the fresh food donations. Oftentimes low-income people have diet-related conditions. They might have diabetes, they might have high blood pressure. So it's really important for us to get nutritious fresh foods. Individuals.
We caught up with Henry Bennett at the Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market. Bennett is a 6th-generation farmer. He understands the importance of donating fresh produce to food banks.
So in addition to supplying farmers markets that are producer only like you see behind me and offering pick your own and pre-picked Bennett peaches on our orchards in Frankfort, we also distribute to several faith-based area food pantries in an effort to provide nutritious fruits to members of our community that may not be able to access them otherwise.
As you push your cart through the aisles, you can see the items the food bank provides and the items they're missing. The food bank helps anywhere from 100 to 150 families every day. The empty shelves are a sign of that, but they still need more. Here you can see the food bank grows their own produce to help with the increasing demand. Any size donation is welcomed, from boxes to truckloads. Just last year, the Food Bank of Delaware distributed 2.5 million pounds of fresh produce to Delawareans in need. Your donations will help people all across the state and could even help a neighbor. I'm Zakiya Jennings in Milford, Coast TV News.
Take a look at your golf forecast. Listen, we're looking forward to stay a bit on the shady side, and today's highs in the 90s. Sweltering and scattered showers both on the way.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, get a new Tacoma SR5 with low 4.99 APR financing. Or lease one for just $279 a month for 36 months.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Through August 31st, get $1,500 off, plus free hardware. And no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event continues at Preston Ford. Experience incredible deals on a massive selection of over 900 new Ford vehicles. You can save over $11,000 off MSRP on select 2023 Ford F-150s, or get over $9,000 off MSRP on a 2023 Bronco Badlands. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver to your driveway today. Visit Preston online or in person during the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event at Preston Ford. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Warm conditions for today, a little bit above the norm for this time of the year, but that's okay because considering what's on the way, today was no sweat. Although we did kind of sweat a little bit. 91 for the high, Georgetown. 88 for the high, Salisbury. Our Gateway Subaru camera indicating we're cool in Ocean City with kind beach conditions for us right now. Temperature staying in the 70s, actually. Now, as we begin to kind of take a look at our expectation, the cold front for tonight and Wednesday, scattered downpours, particularly to our north. Cooler, but still on the muggy side. Looking out for a stalled front on Thursday. That's going to give us periods of showers, heavy at times. And then watching out for Tropical Storm Debbie. Friday, Saturday, if it's really that slow. It's a sluggish moving system, so there's still a great deal of uncertainty connected to it, but it's definitely a slow mover, which is why we're concerned about the amount of rain that's going to be dumped on us when it begins to move in our direction. 82 in Lewis and Rehoboth, as well as Milton. What it feels like right now, 89 is what it feels like in those locations. 88 is what it feels like in Lewis. Here's a look at the cloud cover as we begin to push through the area. Mainly we see that push coming from the south, some of the outer bands or influences of Debbie, but we have a small craft advisory still active throughout the Chesapeake Bay area. Now, this is actually where we have the bands that are beginning to make their impact throughout portions of Virginia right now with concerns about possible flooding. We see the circulation that's associated with right now, and it's really the right side and the right northeast corner of it where we could see the most volatile situation as far as spawning possible tornadoes and all of that. It's right now moving to the east, northeast at 3 miles per hour with wind gusts to about 50 miles per hour, steady winds at about 40. And we're expecting for it to continue to make its re-entry off the water back into South Carolina, then make its way to the north with the remnants. As far as the excess rain is concerned, we're looking for it to stay in the Carolinas. When we get to Thursday, we're going to be in the marginal area, so I'm watching out for maybe about 3 inches of rain, maybe possibly even 4. You take a look at our expectation for the next few days. We're looking for rain until we get to, let's say, Saturday. And overall, we see rain beginning to kick off on Wednesday. And as we go Wednesday afternoon, we stay cloudy. But really, when we go into, let's say, Thursday, we start seeing more in the way of a shift in the winds and widespread scattered showers that will begin to really kick in for us by the time we get to there. And the amount of rain, well, we're still ranging at about 3, possibly clocking into about 4 inches of rain. And the winds at about 50 miles per hour. So it's about to become not so pretty. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast.
Paul, thank you. If you were at the Indian River Inlet recently, you might have seen this, a whale on shore again. A female pilot whale came ashore the north side of the inlet. This was on Monday, according to the Mayer Institute. Officials there report that the whale, it's in between the people there, it did die. It was underweight as well. Mayer says it's performing a necropsy on the whale to determine its cause of death. We've reached the final round in finding out Delmarva's favorite summer game.
The games that have reached the top are surely two fan favorites, swimming versus gymnastics. And let's take a look at the final matchup here.
So far, take a look at your screen. You can see 50-50, gymnastics with 50%, swimming with 50%. 50-50. And we're not done yet, so this definitely could change.
You know what? We're definitely going to have this tonight at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're going to want to tune in for that so we can maybe break this tie. Go vote at CoastTV.com.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Cape Henlopen field hockey incoming junior Avery Miller announcing she verbally committed to play at the University of Delaware. Miller helped Cape earn the DIAA D1 Delaware State Championship this past season, and she's hoping to take the crown again this year. The midfielder and forward was also selected second team All Henlopen Conference and to the AAU Junior Olympics in 2022. She'll join the Blue Hens in 2026. Staying on the field hockey pitch tonight on DSN, it's a Summer League showdown between top Bayside South 2A teams from last season. Check out Parkside facing off with Stephen Decatur at Seahawks Stadium live on DSN at 8 p.m. as teams are preparing for their fall campaigns. To Little League Baseball, West Salisbury fell 11-1 to Pennsylvania in Game 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Regional in Bristol, Connecticut. With a 1-1 record so far, they moved down to the elimination bracket to play Washington, D.C. Thursday at 3 p.m. on ESPN. And tonight, don't miss a brand new DSN demo plus highlights, stories, and more on the Final Score at 10:30 p.m. That'll do for sports. Have a great night.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Reel in big bucks at Ocean Downs with Hooked on Cash. 5 players will be drawn to go fishing. 3 will land free play and 2 will net $5,000 cash. Earn entries daily and more on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Summer is slowly coming to an end, so get to Johnny Janosic quick for the biggest furniture event of the season. Save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% off everything, including clearance items, and get special financing for 36 months. Get this triple reclining sofa or double reclining sofa with drop-down table, only $899.95, or this 3-piece outdoor sectional, only $1288.95. Shop the end of summer clearance sale for limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
Right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Gateway Subaru, we're offering incredible savings. Save up to $3,000 on a new 2024 Subaru Outback. Plus, take advantage of great financing rates as low as 0% for 48 months. Feel the thrill and save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 3.9% for 48 months. And stop by to discover the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
My patients mean the world to me. It's why I come to work every day.
When a patient gives me a hug or says, I can't believe you were able to do this for me.
Getting somebody out of pain.
Seeing a patient be able to smile when they haven't for years.
Somebody that's afraid and then they're not afraid anymore.
I love making a difference in other people's lives for the better.
I think that's a really amazing thing that you can do for somebody else.
I'm thankful that I get to do it.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
Get the CoastTV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices. CoastTV, our community, your news.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddy Shack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Today's Weather Emoji Cast is brought to you by OC Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
We take a look at our current conditions. We're looking pretty picturesque right now. Temperatures staying in the 70s. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. A couple of things I want to just note for you. Wednesday, watching out for some storms from the north, and then Thursday, Friday, possibly leaning into early Saturday, we're going to have the remnants of Debbie paying us a visit, but most of those remnants should do whatever they're going to do by Friday, because Saturday morning is just a little bit left over.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.